If you find yourself homeless and without a house in Tears of the Kingdom, it's because after the previous game, Zelda's moved into your house, booted you out, and left you on the street with nothing to go for. So, if you're looking for somewhere to live, you'll notice just east of Tarrey Town, on the hill next to the shrine, Grandson will have a stall, and he will tell you if you want your dream home, you'll need to build it here and head over to Tarrey Construction, where you'll have to do a quest, which will involve a little bit of running around, nothing too hard or stressful, and then you'll be able to build yourself your dream home with lots of different rooms and anything you want, really. To begin with, head over to Tarrey Town and chat to Hudson, and he'll tell you all about the family drama, how his child has to go back home, and a lot of sob story and violin stuff. Nothing too exciting, but basically the gist of it is that he wants to spend time with her before she has to go. So your quest will involve helping her and her dad bond a bit more before she says goodbye. After chatting to Madison, she'll explain that she has to go over and speak to her grandparents and talk more about their native language. For this bit, the Gerudo word is Vaba for granny. After the conversation with Madison and her grandparents, head on over to the rail car and she'll explain that she can't get down because she hasn't got the money to be able to get to the construction site. So, she'll explain that she'll have to sneak past without the guy noticing and his eyes need to be covered. Just to the right of where Madison is, where the guy's facing, you're going to find a plank of wood. Literally just dump it on his head so he can't see a thing. Don't know he hasn't moved or noticed yet. Go let Madison know that he's not going to be able to see her sneaking past because you just, well, knocked him out essentially. And then she'll be able to head on the rail car and get on her down to her dad. Once Madison's got on the rail car and headed to the construction site, fly on down, but just a bit of advice, before you go down there, go up to the Sky Islands and get as many Sunderlines as you can, because you'll need 10 for the next part, so just saves you a bit of running around if you grab them beforehand. Once Hudson's died the balloon, a few cutscenes will play where you and Hudson and Madison are flying around the balloon before she goes, and then just after that she'll be taken away by a Gerudo warrior back to her hometown. Once the family drama's over and you've essentially watched their child be kidnapped against their own will, head on back to the shop and Ronson will be there and she'll tell you that there is a property for sale nearby where it will cost you a decent amount of rupees, but luckily for you, after that quest she's going to give you a big discount, 1,500 rupees you'll need, so a bit more money, but it's worth it in the end, trust me, for you get your property back up to where it was on the hill next to the shrine, overlooking Tarrey Town. Now, that was the boring part of the quest. This is where the fun begins. Head on down back to the patch of land that was over the hill and chat to our mate at the construction site here, and he's going to basically teach you and explain how to build your house, what area to put it in, and how to move the blocks about. Play around with it to begin with and have some fun. You will need a lot more rupees, as I'll show you in a minute, to buy lots of land, ponds, anything you want to build for your house, because you can get a lot of things in this house compared to the last one, so this is definitely going to be good fun. Go and chat back to Grandson and look for the preview or buy room, and you're going to see that you are not short on options here. There's plenty of rooms, triangle rooms. The only downside to this whole thing is that you can only build 15 different rooms or areas on this plot of land, which probably makes sense because you could end up going full on Minecraft and building ridiculous things over this land, but 15 is plenty to begin with, and you'll be more than happy with the space you got.
Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh.
Now, to begin with, I just wanted to buy a few things, throw it out there on the land, and just get a rough idea of what kind of house I want to build. I didn't realise going into this how much money I would actually need, and yeah, you need thousands of rubies. As you've just seen in the previous list that we were looking through then, you're going to need a lot. So if you've got any items that you don't want or don't need, or don't reckon you'll have any further use for, sell as much as you can, and buy every item you need for the house, because it's rewarding in the end, trust me. Now, what I've got here, was pathetic, but after a bit of playing around and buying a lot of stuff and selling almost everything in my inventory, which I'm pretty sure I don't need, this was really rewarding at the end of it. I wasn't quite sure what kind of design I would have gone for, either a standard box one or an office one, but I've gone for a triangle interior and just built rooms off the side of it. So if you head on in, you'll see on the left. Personally, I really love it, and this has actually been a really fun quest, even though the first half is pretty boring. We've got the cooking part there, head on up the stairs, and in this area we've got ourselves a weapons rack, just like you had in your previous house in the last game. I think I'll probably end up keeping the Fierce Deity sword in here and collect a few more along the way because it's just the best looking sword. I know you can buy it, but I just got a bit of OCD because I want to keep it there. And then if you head on back up again, another triangle room here that I've built with rooms off it, and the bed there, just the essential things. And to the right on the wall, one of the photos of me and my mate I found out in the sea. I've just got matey to stick on there, and I really like it. And then if you head on outside, definitely things you'll need to save you travelling about. You've got your horse here in its pen, and to the left we've got ourselves a pond, a load of flowers, and then we need the prayer shrine here, which just makes it a lot easier when you're handing in light blessings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. To be honest with you, the first part of the quest, I know I bashed a bit because it was a little bit, well, boring, but to be honest with you, this has probably been my favourite quest to do so far in Tears of the Kingdom because, yeah, it's just felt rewarding, so go build your house and have fun.